Hey everybody, welcome to, we'll just stick with Epic for now. I'm excited because I have a conference call with a branding specialist tomorrow, and she is going to help make our logo for our team, which will be for our team that we can, whenever we make announcements, we'll have Epic logo, and we're going to talk about names and things like that. So we'll see what her advice is, because this is her specialty, and she has done some of the big name coaches. She's done some work for them, so she's very good at it, or I wouldn't have paid her $300. She's amazing. So I'm excited to see where we go from there. We're going to create, I gave her kind of the image of what we like to attract. A lot of us are either young professionals or we're young moms, and that's kind of the group and the genre of people that we tend to attract to our team. So let me get my phone on. Hold on a second. Alex and I got down to the nitty-gritty today, and we did some work and provided you guys some awesome tools to use yourself and also to give to your coaches. So one of the things I wanted to make sure you recognize that we have is, as soon as you sign a coach, we have it's either 10 or 7 point checklist that you can give your new coach that will help them get started right, and give them all the information they need to set up their back office, their direct deposit, find out what gym they are so you can know how to best communicate and help them understand what their strengths and weaknesses are. So all that is available in Team Epic. So please, 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 if you sign a coach, or if you haven't done it yourself, at least go through and be familiar with the document. It's a checklist that allows you to hand it to your coach and say, here, let me know when you're done. And you'll know how proactive those people are. Also, we have an action plan that we posted in Team Epic. It basically gives you a document in each one, and the document's not attached to the action plan, but all the documents are in Team Epic. It goes through goal planner, an activity tracker, a weekly schedule, a contact list for like your customers and your coaches. Let's see, client list, challenger list. It's all the same thing. I really, really liked this, customized activity tracker. I don't like the one in the back office. I think it's too busy. This one is simple for me. It's got Shakeology, workout, personal development, check back office, check in with my challenge group, return messages, follow-ups, check in, and follow-ups and return messages are different. A follow-up is somebody who has not responded to you. Check in with team groups, personal invitations, national wake-up call, team training call, which is tonight, and posting on Facebook. And there's actually blank spaces at the bottom. And what I'm going to start doing there in those blank spaces is put faith, family, fitness, nutrition, coaching, and entrepreneurship. There is 5 spaces where you should be posting 5 times a day, and you just need to fill in those blank spaces with what those 5 things are and check off that you posted them throughout the day. So this is a great tool. It's in our Epic group. Print it out, have it at your desk, and use it. There's other things in there, like especially when you're just starting out. Right now this might get a little complicated for me now, but it's got everything to your coach list, what leg they're on, what date they signed up, what program and flavor of Shakeology they're drinking. Make sure you mute your line. And what rank you are, or what rank they are. So I like these. I think these are great tools to start helping you track your business. It's also something that you can hand to your new coaches. Make sure you mute your line, because I'm getting some feedback. Z998 and somebody in the bottom left corner.
Just hint that they might be new people on their phone. Get off your menu, because that's hard to find on your phone.
Okay, let me see if I can do it from my computer. Audio. This is why I need somebody else signing us in. With that, all right, let's see. So we're also doing the, looks like people are muting their lines. Mute. Ha, figured it out. Mute. There we go. that right? We are also doing the Could Coaching Be Right for You? And that is kicking off. It's been, I think we're on day 3 or day 4. I'm not sure. I'm muting lines right now while I'm talking. Multitasking. Oh, that's my line. I'm sitting here trying to mute my line. Anywho, all right. I think I got it all. So the Coaching at a Glance is a great way for you. If you're not comfortable with doing it yet, you can send coaches or prospect people to that page, and it will give them information on what coaching is all about. It shares stories. So feel free to add coaches to that event. It's not a place where you have to worry. I have no interest in taking any of your people, and neither does Alex. It's just a way for us to share the coaching opportunity for you. And we express that we're a part of a team, Team Epic, and they would be a part of that family as well. So what I'm going to do to make sure that, because I think I have 6 or 7 people signing on Friday because of this event, I just go and make sure we don't have any mutual friends, and I'm not signing anybody that you've sent. And if you have sent somebody to my event, please make sure you let me know so that I can be proactive with them, so that when I make the announcement to start signing on Friday, that they know they need to reach out to you to start enrolling as a coach. All right, so let's go over one more thing. Super Saturday. We have Super Saturday coming up September 27th. If you are serious about this business, you get your butt to Super Saturday. It is like one of those non-negotiables needs to happen. I realize life has certain things, but you guys know as much as in advance as you can. So please try to register for a Super Saturday in your area. In Washington, D.C., we're going to be here with one of our, I guess he's like a senior vice president, Michael Neiman, and several different people are going to be training within the area. So get to your Super Saturday, and we have some in Washington State. We've got some in Chicago, Atlanta. They're all over the country. So no matter where you are, you have within, I'm sure, 3-hour driving distance, a Super Saturday. Super Saturdays are so important because many of you probably won't be at Summit. And if you're not, this is a mini version of Summit where you'll get a lot of good training and a lot of good information from corporate office. So let me pull up our numbers because we are doing amazing this month. We are doing the Team Cup, and I think we have 5 teams. And I wanted to hear how everybody is doing real quick. If you can give me kind of whether or not you've hit tier 1, and how the, just like a 1 sentence, how the team's doing, and if you've hit tier 1. So who's the captain? Stephanie, are you captain? Dooley. Would she mute me? Stephanie, are you a captain of a team?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute. We haven't hit a tier yet. We only have 14, and I'm carrying 12 of those.
Okay. All right, so your goal is to push towards 30. What is that, 5 points each? Each person hits SC5?
Yeah.
All right. Kelly, how's your team doing?
We've hit all 3 tier prizes, I believe.
Very nice. So you got 75 points?
Yeah.
Very
I'm pretty
cool.
sure.
So you got the shorts that you want to get?
Yes.
Very cool. Who else? Who else is running? Alex, how's your team doing? I can't hear you. Have you hit tier 1? You have 18 points. How have you not hit tier 1?
I thought everybody had to get it in my group. We have 20. I have 18, and unless someone hasn't posted them, Jason Delancey has 2.
Okay, so you need 10 more points to hit tier 1. So if you get 10 more points, then you guys get the Pio shirt, which is actually really cute. Very cute.
I'm signing 4 coaches on Friday.
There you go.
And Ashley said she's going to sign a couple coaches, so.
Anybody else I'm missing that's on a cup team? Monique, how's your cup team doing, girlfriend?
We're at 19.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We're to shoot for 30. 30 is a goal. All right. Well, I'll go into some of our recognition, and this is Success Club. Success Club is earned by getting 2 points for a challenge pack and 1 point for Shakeology Home Direct. So when you hear these numbers, this reflects the challenge packs and Shakeology Home Directs that the coaches have sold. So Alyssa Sauer, 2 points. Tiffany Schumel, 2 points. Sarah Maynor, 2 points. Jason Delancey, 2 points. Denise Duncan is at 2 points. Ali Shambo is at 2 points. Going into Success Club 5, we have Shannon Sosa at 5 points. Victoria at 6 points. Joshua Jackson at 6 points. Christy Taylor at 6 points. Monique at 7 points. And then going into Success Club 10 is Kelly King at 12 points. Crystal Payton, 12 points. Crystal, I think you have higher than that. Karina, 12 points. Stephanie Dooley, 12 points. Kelsey McDonald, 15 points. Alex Grimm is at 18 points. And Tiffany is at 19 points. Going into Success Club Crazy and Above, Stacy Noble is at 31 points. And I myself am at actually 48 points. I had one return, but that's okay. I was at 50, now I'm at 48. So those are our Success Club earners. Those of you who are on the board, please get in Success Club 5. It is so possible. The end of the month, we have, 7 days or something like that left. You guys can totally make it happen. All right, so tonight's call, we have one of our very own, which I'm excited because we're always searching for special guests, or myself or somebody is speaking, and I'm excited because in our downline or our organization, we are finally getting Star Diamonds. It's not just me out there who's making this business a true business. A little bit about Kelly. Kelly and I met back at, I don't know, it was before I had kids. I think it was 6 years ago. Kelly and I met about six or 7 years ago. We coached high school cheerleading together at Edison High School. So this kind of tells you that you need to reach back into your relationships with people that you've had relationships in the past 7 years ago, right? So Kelly and I met 6 or 7 years ago at Edison High School. She was coaching freshman cheer. I was coaching JV cheer. And we just had a lot similarities in terms of cheerleading and things like that. And so we remained Facebook friends. I never really connected with her past after I moved out of Alexandria. We just kind of went our separate ways, but we still remained Facebook friends. She started to have children and I had children. And so we still had that same path of we're young, blondes, we like to look cute and attractive, and we have these cute little kids, right? So I think I reached out to her a while back about joining a challenge group. And I don't even remember how it all worked out, but somehow you ended up doing one of my challenge groups with me, and I'll let her explain all that. And she became a coach, and then she quit. And then she became a coach again. I think I got a random message one day. I'm going to start coaching again. Oh, I'm not going to tell her whole story. All that to say, fast forward, the girl's a 1-star diamond. She's doing amazing. She's rocking the business. She's owning it. I do not have to help her or tell her anything. She just runs it and does it. And I'm so excited for her to share with you, one, where she came from, how she got where she is, and what she's got going forward. So Kelly, I'm turning it over to you, girlfriend.
All right. So I'm Kelly. A little background about myself is I'm 29, quickly approaching 30. I'm married with 3 little ones, all 3 and under, and I live in Virginia. Prior to all of this Beachbody stuff, I was a middle school math teacher. I taught for 5 years before staying home with my kids. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my journey as a Beachbody customer to a discount coach to a full-blown coach running a business. So 3 years ago, after I had my first child, I did P90X. My husband and I did it in our living room. I knew nothing about Beachbody. The word coach didn't even exist to me. I didn't even know that was an option. And I never heard of Shakeology at that point. My husband and I pretty much went to Dick's Sporting Goods and bought the pull-up bar and the bands, and we went on our old way about doing P90X. I had a lot of success. We finished the program, and that was that. So in early 2013, Jatana contacted me through Facebook and asked about joining one of her challenge groups. For some reason, my husband and I had the program already, but I had never heard of Shakeology. So I went ahead and signed up as a discount coach and got my Shakeology and started the program. I did the program probably for about 3 or 4 weeks and wasn't noticing any real results. Not only was the scale not changing, but clothes weren't fitting, and I wasn't having any of the energy boost like anyone else. So come to find out, I was pregnant. So therefore, that's why I wasn't having the energy boost and wasn't having any really weight change. So at that point, my second son was only 4 months. So it was kind of a surprise and a shock. So I went ahead and told Jatana, I can't focus on this right now. I don't really care about this protein shake, whatever it is that I'm paying for. And I canceled as a coach. So fast forward to the end of 2013, and I'm approaching my due date, and I'm thinking, all right, what is my game plan for once I have this baby? So my husband is pretty much a gym rat. He doesn't need motivation. He goes to the gym. He does his thing. Me, on the other hand, I need a plan. So my due date was actually December 25th, and Jatana reached out to me again and asked pretty much what my plan was. What was I going to do after this baby, you know? So it happened to be that 21 Day Fix was coming out February 3rd. So I was due December 25th. The 21 Day Fix was coming out February 3rd. I was like, this is perfect timing. 6 weeks postpartum, I'll be good to go. So once again, I decided, all right, I will sign up as a coach for the discount, and I will do the 21 Day Fix when I am 6 weeks postpartum. So at this point, becoming a full-blown coach was not even in my mind. I had big fears and concerns and questions about how I would be perceived on Facebook, about people talking about me behind my back about what I was posting on Facebook. Would I annoy people on Facebook? And would I sound salesy? I pretty much hate sales people. I hate anything. Here comes the beginning of 2014, and I have a 2-week-old. And I decided, well, maybe I could get like my mom and a few close friends to join me in this journey. So my mom went ahead and was my first customer, and she purchased a program. And I'm pretty sure she would have purchased a program for me even if she didn't need any help, but she just wanted to support me. So my mom, my mother-in-law, and a few close friends went ahead and purchased a program for me. And I was very happy about that. I thought I was so successful because I got SC9 in January and I was good to go. But in the same month, so January 10th exactly, my husband and I went to our 10-year high school reunion. And I was actually part of the planning committee. So in the months leading up to January, I had been in contact with lots of high school friends and talking to them just about our reunion strictly. So once we got to the reunion, of course, the first question that everybody asks you is, so what are you doing now? And don't ask why, but my response was, I stay at home with the 3 kids and I'm a Beachbody coach. Little did I know that small change in my response opened up my business. So right there at the reunion, people started asking me, so what do you do? Like, do you go to people's houses and train them? Do you go to the gym and, teach classes? What is this? And I really hadn't even prepared myself for this response yet. So I think my response was something along the lines of, oh, I just help people with their fitness programs, motivate them. And that was the end of the conversation. So I get home that night. The next morning, I'm thinking, wow, a lot of people were interested in this Beachbody thing. That's great. Of course, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking they are probably half lit and don't remember any of the conversation, but there was some interest, so I'm good to go. So I decided, all right, I'm going to go ahead and post about my 21 Day Fix Challenge group starting in February. I was not personally messaging anyone at this point. I was not even going that route, just still was kind of scared. So I posted about 21 Day Fix coming up in February, and I just kept my fingers crossed that someone was going to like my post. I wasn't really sure if I would get any likes, comments, or anything. So I posted something about it, and I got some likes and some comments, and once again, I was like, yes, this is great. But then reality sunk in, and I was like, now I have to contact these people and actually talk to them about these programs. And one message in particular kind of changed my whole outlook and all of my fears with Beachbody. But one girl from my reunion contacted me, and she just said, all right, what's this Beachbody thing? And I need help. So we chatted, we decided on 21 Day Fix, and we were good. So February 3rd rolls around, and I'm sitting on the Beachbody website waiting for it to be released, and she actually messaged me and says, I'm ready. So I'm like, great. We get her all set up, and we start. So a few weeks into her program, she messaged me, and this message was my game changer in the whole business. And I'm going to read to you, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to read to you exactly what the message said, so you can see what I went through. This is what I woke up to one morning from her. I thought of a really good long-time fitness goal. So we, yes, meaning me and you, and no, we are not negotiating that either, are going to confront a painful and embarrassing memory of me no longer being able to fit on a roller coaster. I was 20 or 21, and it was King's Dominion's scary thing, and all my friends got on. It was definitely not a high point. Gosh, even retelling that story gave me anxiety. I've never told anyone that before. And I instantly started crying. I honestly didn't even know how to respond to something like that, and my mind just went all over the place. I've never personally struggled with any weight issues. I've had the kids, I kind of bounced back, never really had any issues with this. In my mind, that never came across it. I thought everybody goes to these amusement parks, everybody fits on a roller coaster, and that was just a normal thing. It was in that moment that all of my fears went out the window. And I thought to myself, who cares if I annoy somebody on Facebook? Who cares if somebody deletes me? And who cares if somebody talks about me behind my back? I basically took that and just decided that there was way more to this Beachbody thing than myself. So with that, I thought, what if I had never said I'm a Beachbody coach? What if she was still sitting at home facing that embarrassing moment or that fear? So from that point forward, I told myself I wasn't going to let my fears stop me from helping others tackle their fears. And since then, I've invited people weekly. I've ran monthly challenge groups and have even encouraged people to join me as a coach. That month in February was my first Team Cup month, and I hit SC32. That was not even in my mind before February hit. I just kind of was like, yeah, I'll do this Team Cup thing. I don't know what I'm doing, but sign me up. So since then, I've hit SC each month and reached the 1-star diamond in 7 months. All of these weren't ideas in my head in the beginning, and my mind shifted completely from what will others think of me to who can I help next. In addition to this, I found a great success partner, Kelsey, and a great group of coaches that help keep me balanced. We pretty much bounce ideas off of each other. We share what is and what isn't working. There's lots of things that don't work for me, and we share those with each other so that we can improve each day or each month. We spend a lot of time thinking back to when we were first coaches and our fears, frustrations, questions, concerns, and we try to focus on that with our new coaches and how they can overcome those same obstacles. One of the big things I think that helped me to jumpstart getting coaches, because I kind of struggled in the beginning with, okay, how am I going to tell people about this opportunity if I'm not even sure really what I'm doing yet, was doing the 5-day coaching at a glance. And I know there's a few of you that are doing it as an event. Kelsey and I did this as a group, and we just posted it on our Facebook, and people could just join it if they were somewhat interested in learning about it. But basically we posted about what we do as coaches, requirements, how we get paid, and then at the end we kind of all covered how this has changed our lives thus far. And I believe we had 13 people in our first group, and we had 9 of them actually sign up as coaches. So within the 5 days, we had 9 new coaches to our, like between Kelsey and I and then our downline, we had 9 new coaches, and that was great for us. So that was one of the things that kind of changed how I got coaches in the beginning. For my team of coaches, I typically chat with each one of them one-on-one in the beginning and kind of see where they want to go with this. Do they want to sign up as a discount coach? Do they want to cover their Shakeology and programs, or are they looking to run this business? That just gives me a viewpoint, like where they're coming from. I don't change what I do with my coaches based on their answer. So from that, I do with every single one of my coaches, I do a one-on-one teaching them about Coach Online Office, where they can find certain stuff, their website, and then they have to set up their EFT. I don't care if they're just doing it for a discount and they don't plan on ever selling anything, they all do that. And then also, regardless of their answer, they all go into a 14-day training that Kelsey and I have been running together. And I kind of do that because I put the ball in their court. So I offer them the training, I offer them the tools that they need, and then they can make the decision whether they want to participate in the group or not. So I kind of take a different approach. I don't cut people from the group. I don't ask if they want to join it. They just automatically get put in it, and so be it. If they turn off the notifications and never post, that's fine. So I have actually had a couple coaches who, when I had this conversation, they told me, I'm just here for the discount. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Kelly Jr. And next thing I know, we look on the Coach Online Office and they have Success Club points, or they have like 500 volume. And I'm thinking, that's not the discount. You're actually doing something. So that is a reason why I don't ever cut anybody from groups, or I don't give it an option. Some people will say, oh, well, I don't need to do the training. No, you're getting put in it. I don't really care. During all of my interactions with my coaches, my teacher side kind of kicks in, and I make sure our trainings, our posts, and any kind of conversations are geared towards different types of learners. So Kelsey and I are different in like learning styles. I like the notes, the facts, that's it. Kelsey does the videos and she likes to visualize stuff. So we pretty much in all of our stuff have the notes, the facts, and then we have the video. So this way we know that we're at least reaching the different styles of people that we have as coaches. And then also we're constantly changing stuff. So we have never made something together or separate and left it as is. We always are changing stuff to improve it for the next group. Each group of coaches we've had is different. Each group of challengers I've had are completely different. Some groups, I'm sure some of you have already experienced this, but some groups go with it. They all post daily. It's great. And then other groups, you're like, is anybody alive? Are you guys still doing anything in here? And that happens. And so we're constantly changing our trainings, our posts, how we run our challenge groups to make sure that we are attracting more people and that we're improving. I think we've done coach training 4 times now, and we've changed it every single time. And we have our 5th one coming up, and we're changing it again. So that's one of the things that we always do is kind of, I'm not saying we completely start all over, but we go back and look at it and see how we can change stuff to help them. And lastly, I have to say one of the things that I feel has helped me tremendously go from that discount coach to the 1-star diamond is consistency. Consistency with my own fitness journey, consistency with my challengers, my challenge groups, consistency with Facebook posting, and consistency with just sharing and supporting my coaches. I have days where I totally forget everything. And I know that it's a lot to take in when you're like, okay, I have to invite and I have to do my personal development and I have to go back and check on my challengers and I have to do my coaches because I can't even fit it all in sometimes. But when I do have bad days and I forget to message people back, I forget to post in the trainings, I'm famous for that. I forget to work out. Some days I even eat too many potato chips and drink too much beer. I'm human. But I don't let those little failures dictate my week, my month, or my year. I jump back in, I start posting, inviting, sharing, and encouraging, and that is where all of this has led me today as the 1-star diamond. So that's a little bit of where I come from and how I've done this. So that's all.
Yay! I love your story, and you did so good. You're amazing.
I'm kidding.
And it's obvious why you are where you are. That's 7 months, guys, that she went from, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I'm actually kind of embarrassed to really talk about it, to now she's a 1-star diamond coach who I'm sure your paychecks went from what to what. Let's share a little bit about how your income's changed from the discount to the 1-star diamond.
So I think in January when I, my first paycheck, I think was $32.49. And I would say maybe April, I was probably making around $400 a week. And now I'm probably pulling in around $600, $700 a week. But it definitely has shifted from commission to team bonus based paychecks, but
yeah. And so what she just said is, you think of it in the beginning, you're like, oh man, I have to sell, these people are telling me how much they're making, I'm gonna have to sell 67 challenge packs in a month to even get close to what they're making. And I want you guys to understand that where the pay comes from is how you grow your team. And how you grow your team is hitting Success Club. When you're hitting Success Club 5 and 10, you're adding new challengers to your groups. You're helping people get transformations. And when they get transformations, then typically, this is the normal person. Not everybody comes from that group. But typically, that person loves the product. They love Shakeology. They're so excited they want to share it with people. And they turn into coaches. And that's where the team bonus comes from. And the team bonus will be 90% of your paycheck. Sometimes I sell, I think my retail commission one time was $40 or something. It might have been one challenge pack. And then my team bonus was $780. So it's I didn't do anything to get the $780. Well, I did every day. But in terms of reaching out to somebody, I didn't do anything. It just paid. And then I got my one little challenge pack. So I want you guys to understand that growing your team is so valuable if you're looking to make this an actual full-time income business. And it pays that way if you're willing to put the work into it. And it doesn't happen overnight. Honestly, we talked about this. I don't even know where we talked about it. How people ask, what are your work hours? When do you work? Honestly, from 6 a.m. until tonight, I'm working. I've been working all day. But what does my work look like? My work is working out and taking a sweaty selfie, and then putting some cute picture, some cute words on it, and then posting it on Facebook. I don't really consider that work. That's not sitting at a desk. That's not going out and digging ditches or whatever. That's not work. Or going to a classroom and standing in front of a classroom. It's not work to me. I don't see it as work. And so I work all day long. From the moment I wake up till the moment I go to bed, I'm a Beachbody coach. And I intertwine it with my life. Taking pictures of my kids and putting some sort of theme about it on Facebook is a way that I'm connecting with my audience. And so, Kelly, I am so proud of you for, jumping in and digging in. I'm so thankful that you have Kelsey as your success partner. I encourage everybody to find somebody that they align with, that they communicate well with, to grow this business with them. It helps so much when you're not doing it on your own. It's really difficult. This business is not for the faint at heart. It gets tough at times, and it's really nice to be part of a team. So don't jump ship too quick. Enjoy being a part of a team where you can bring people on with you. And then at the same time, having somebody that you can go alongside with and do it with and share ideas and change your training and do all that stuff, because you're bouncing ideas and strengths and weaknesses that you have. So I want to open up real quick. If anybody had any questions for Kelly, she is not too far off from where you are right now. And she's obviously succeeded within 7 months, hitting a 1-star rank. So I would love it if you guys would ask her some questions so she can answer them for you. I don't know what time it is. My phone turned off. Who's going first? Nobody likes to go first. Turn my phone on. Everybody's thinking one in their head, and they're like, I don't want to be the first one to go. All right, I have a question then. She's like, can we just get off the call now? I have a question. Unmute your line.
I'm unmuted.
So one of the biggest questions that I get, and one of the things new coaches struggle with, I'm curious, on inviting. You have a brand new coach or a novice coach, and they're like, okay, so how do I start inviting? What do I do? What do I say? Do I post it on my Facebook wall? Do I start messaging people? Like, what advice would you give to somebody on inviting?
So I'm saying we because we kind of do the same thing with Kelsey and I, but we pretty much encourage our coaches to first either reconnect with the person if they want to do that first, or we just kind of have a little script if they're just sending a cold invite, they haven't really talked to this person, but keeping it pretty simple in the beginning so they respond, not overloading them with everything that a group you don't want to say, oh, and then we do this in the group, and then you can do this, and then you can buy this, and then you can have this, and here's my link. Okay, are you ready to do it? So we pretty much just have them message them with, this is what we're doing. We would like to invite you to join a challenge group. It's support and accountability. If you're interested, let me know, and leave it at that. And then that way it gives the chance for the person to respond, and then you can kind of feel them out for where they stand with their fitness currently, what their goals are, and then kind of go into more of the details of what's involved in these challenge groups. We also kind of do a thing with our coaches, since a lot of them are full-time employees, so they don't have the time to necessarily invite 5 people a day and post 5 things on their Facebook page. So we ask them to at least once a week post a results, whether it's their challengers, something from Beachbody, or their own journey. We ask them once a week to post about an upcoming challenge group that they have, and then to post about their own life. So we've kind of broken it down instead of doing stuff daily for those people that are, because we have some people that work are nurses or something, or government employees, and they're out of the house 11 hours a day without any cell phone. So we've done that way too, just that way at least gets them out there with people on Facebook seeing that they're running these challenge groups. We also encourage our coaches to do PicMonkey and Wufoo. They pretty much have to do that in one of the trainings that we have coming up. They have to create a PicMonkey that they'll use for their first challenge group, as well as the form that they'll use. So.
Very good. I like the idea of creating the PicMonkey for their first challenge group. I think that's something that I've heard Brittany Leggett actually does that. That's one of the first challenges she gives, is create a PicMonkey for your challenge group announcement and go ahead and post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a new coach being like, what the heck is PicMonkey and how do I use it?
Yeah.
All right.
Am I done?
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Go, girl. What's up?
With me?
Yes.
Okay. Are the majority of your coaches from your challenge groups or actually people you don't even know?
Actually, most of mine are people who signed up with a program and just signed up as a coach along with the program. I mean, like a few of them had done programs in the past, but they signed up again as just a coach with a challenge pack. I've had a few challengers switch over to coaches, but I know all of my coaches at this point.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else? I see Jennifer. Go ahead.
Hey, I didn't really have a question, but I want to say that I really found your story very inspiring. The fact that in 7 months you went from like where I am now and to where you are, and the fact that you did it so quickly and that it can be done is very heart lifting for me, because that's what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing to get there and to get there as quickly as possible. So thank you for the encouragement. Don't really have any questions, but if I ever have one, I know where to find you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Very cool. Going once. Anybody else? For Miss Kelly King of the Knockout Kings. The girl has like created her own team name, her own team logo, her own team shirts, her hat, the new hats you got, and the water bottles. I mean, that is an entrepreneur. That is somebody who's getting out and getting it done. And I'm so excited what Crystal and Tiffany are going to start creating their own team and their own thing. And Monique's creating her own team. And Stacy's creating her own team. And Stephanie's creating her own team. You guys are all doing amazing. So be an entrepreneur. Don't wait on anybody. Like, go out and do it. This can be a huge business if you want it to be. I can't imagine where we're going to be next year. When we're on this call, and right now we've got, 13 people, it's going to be huge. And you guys want to be huge with us? Do it, because the volume is just going to keep growing. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep adding people to this organization, which means you're going to get more volume. So I encourage you to run alongside us. Don't have any hesitation. Just go for it, because what are you going to regret doing it? Probably not. You're going to stay in shape doing it? Probably. So I say go for it. Do what Kelly did. Just jump in. Start owning it as an entrepreneur and as a business owner. And utilize some of these tools that Alex and I posted today to either help you or also help your new coaches you sign, so that they have something to go off of, like, what do I do every day? If you can do these things, you're doing good as a new coach. So thank you for being with us on the call tonight. I've got some work to do because I have some PowerPoint presentations to create for tomorrow night's webinar. So if you have a new coach or a prospect coach who's interested, I'm going to be doing a webinar Thursday at 9 p.m. Tomorrow night for anybody who's interested in coaching. So love you guys. Have a fabulous night. Recording ending now.